what is interesting that in the United States, 2010 was the first year when the smartphones there was more smartphones sold than computers in this country. And if you look at the smartphone numbers going from 300 million 2010 to 1.2 billion globally 2015, those are huge numbers. What is also driving this one, obviously, is the applications. We have heard previous presentations here about applications. I think there was about 3.5 billion applications downloaded in 2009, and that number 2010 was almost 10 billion. And as we have heard earlier here, also a lot of these applications are developed by a whole host of different companies. It's not any longer the operators, they control the applications. It's the Googles, it's the Apples. But if you look at this chart, this is Ericsson, I think Ericsson information. The networks are pretty loaded already today. And there's a lot of things what needs to be done. What are some of the things then what needs to be done? I do not believe that there's one single thing which is going to solve the problem. Additional frequencies. The whole AT&T T-Mobile deal is based on the idea we need more frequencies. And I don't deny that one at all. I think additional frequencies are needed. We have heard a lot of presentations here about the picocells, microcells, DAS, splitting the cells, doing all different things. Absolutely needed. Upgrading the networks, going from HSPA, UPA to LTE, absolutely needed, and whatever else comes after that one. No question about that one. Data offloading, we have heard multiple presentations about that, absolutely needs to be done. What is also interesting is that cellular networks, in the past, the thinking was almost like internet initially, that you just download stuff. And you don't use the uplink at all. I think that if you look some of the new applications, particularly video, you will find out that uplink is becoming more and more and more important as time goes on. So what has Magnolia Broadband done? We have developed uplink diversity technology which improves the uplink anywhere between 3 to 4 dBs. It's a beamforming technology. It's a technology which does not require any kind of changes on the infrastructure side. It does not require any kind of changes for the standards. And it will be software which can be integrated into the existing components. So it's a fairly inexpensive solution. And 3-4 dBs is huge. 3 dBs at the edge of the cell typically doubles your data rates. So 3 dBs is doubling your data rates at the edge of the cell. And interestingly enough also, there was discussion about battery life earlier. The technology can improve the battery life anywhere between 10 to 15%, which obviously for computers basically is a huge thing. For the OEMs, obviously allows the OEMs to differentiate their offering and offer better performing devices. And then obviously for the operators. Like I said earlier, I do not dispute that a whole host of different kind of technologies are needed, but I think that we have to be able to provide better data rates, higher capacity, and better end-user experience overall. And you also increase the coverage. 3-4 dBs basically will increase the coverage area around 40%. New applications. And as I said earlier, the new applications are not coming any longer just from the operators. They're coming from a whole host of different people, different companies, Apples, Googles, individuals creating content and downloading it or uploading it, which is going to change the way we communicate completely. Social media, I mean, that has changed things. You know, how that looks 3, 4, 5 years right now, I don't know. Only thing I know that is going to create additional traffic. And And I do believe that the wireless carriers are going to have a great challenge and I guess opportunity at the same time. But what they have to be able to do is improve their networks. And as I said earlier, I don't think that there's a one single silver bullet which is going to solve the problems. You have to do multiple things. You have to get more frequencies. You have to offload data. But again, you have to also make the devices perform better.